evening, everyone. Teri?
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for tuning in tonight for Chanting for Change. I'm Teri Angel, and I'm here with my co-host, Karen Palmer. Hi, Karen.
Hi.
And we have Auntie Jean on tech tonight, and she is doing a very wonderful job at getting us going for this chanting tonight. Jean, thank you for being here.
You're very welcome.
And Christine Elizabeth is with us.
Yes.
And Charlie Kunz.
Hey, Charlie.
Hello, everyone.
So tonight we're going to do what we do every night. We're going to do two chants. The first one is Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. And I will type those words in. Karen, if you would please tell us about them.
Okay, so this is where we chant 3 times slow, and then we'll chant 108 times together as our family. And when we get to that magic number, Auntie Jean will let us know. And when we're finished with that part of our chanting, beautiful Teri Angel will let us know how to go into our heart so that we can have a short meditation on freedom. And then we'll go into the second chant. So we declare that all obstacles be removed.
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
We declare that all barriers be removed.
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
And we declare that all illusions be removed.
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Om
Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Take a deep breath into our heart center, opening up that field and looking at where we went. We cleared anything that was in our way. Just look at you now, soaring up above, releasing everything that wasn't serving you, seeing it being transmuted into positive, and seeing us walking, leaping, flying, and soaring forward to the miracles. And that's where we're going now. We're going to our miracle chant, the chant of Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. And we have our beautiful chanting family joining us virtually. We have Annie 7, Tammy Fisk, and Rosalind Good Vibes. Thank you all for joining in with us. So beautiful to see you here. We're going into this miracle chant. Karen, would you talk about that? And I'll type in the words.
Okay, so this is where
And we have our Gracie that
flow.
And Gracie, thank you, Charlie. Hi, Gracie.
Thank you,
Hi,
Charlie.
Boise.
Hi, Christine.
Okay, so this is where we do our chant 3 times slow, and then we'll do our 108 all together. And beautiful Auntie Jean will let us know when we get to that magic number. Then beautiful Teri Angel will lead us in the next part of our session. So we declare that all living beings are accepting, aligning, allowing, and awake. Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho Renge Kyo.
We declare that all living beings are happy and healthy. Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho Renge Kyo.
We declare that all living beings live in peace and harmony and are open to receive miracles. Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. 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 Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam 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 Myoho Renge Kyo. Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Myoho Renge Kyo. Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam 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 Myoho Renge So back into our hearts again, back into that special place where we connect in with our higher self. Every night when we do these chants, we release what's not working for us, what we consider to be a block or a barrier. And then we chant this chant, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, which lifts us higher and higher and higher. And in that higher vibration, we want to honor where that true spirit comes from. We are all a spark of the divine, and we give honor and respect to God, the Creator, by chanting Om 3 times. We invite you all to join us in doing that, and then go right into your heart-brain coherence, and we'll share our I Am stories. So join us, please, for Om. Om. I am shining divine love out into the world.
I am the sunlight sign and the golden sunset of the world and the light.
I am resting in absolute oneness.
I am free and I choose love and joy.
I am shining divine love and light into the world.
I am a divine being.
I am one with the divine.
Being the change I want to see in my world.
I am the happiness and I love my furry baby.
I am aware of consciousness.
I walk in my master's footsteps and I am one with the cosmos.
I am healing others through my thoughts filled with love and forgiveness.
I am grateful. I am beautiful soul filled with love and compassion.
I am peace.
I am peace.
I am peace.
I am peace.
I am gentle and I am peace.
I am peace. And we are peace.
Peace. Amen.
Amen.
So it is.
Forever.
And
Forever.
ever.
Amen.
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 We have Marlene that joined us, and Marlene says, I am peace. And Isabel, we're so grateful that you joined us on the Zoom. Thank you for being here.
You're welcome. Hi, everyone.
It's a wonderful treat to have you with us. Would you like to share the declaration that we make?
Yes, every night we declare there is peace on earth, and that peace begins inside of each one of us. And so we all together now going to declare.
We
declare that there is
peace on earth,
and we declare
that
that peace begins.
inside of us. And so
So
it
it is.
Amen.
know it is.
Thank you.
Forever and ever.
Forever and ever.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. So beautiful. Thank you, Isabel, for leading that.
You're very welcome.
So every night we also share miracles. And you know, there's been so many miracles that have happened lately. I just keep getting people that are reporting answered prayers. We have a real service ministry as a family, and we care about each other and we want the best for each other. So when we lift somebody up in prayer, I always love to hear when those prayers are answered and when the things that they're praying for show up in whatever way that looks like for that answered prayer. So let's share any miracles that have showed up for you. Anyone that wants to share, whether you're on the Zoom or in the audience, please just let us know. We celebrate every win.
My dad make a dental rewire appointment. I go on April way 20th to back to the dentist.
Right.
That's a miracle. It was snowing outside, so
I think she froze. Or did I freeze?
Did I
Oh,
freeze?
it must be you.
Froze. We
Nobody's
froze. Oh no.
P froze in a nice peaceful
Wow.
position.
Yeah.
Yes, he moved. I
Technical
had the
problem.
miracle. I finally got teeth.
You finally got what?
Teeth in my mouth. I've been
Oh,
missing.
well, yay.
I've been missing my 4 teeth that I swallowed. Where are they? That I swallowed over a year ago. So
Are those the ones you swallowed?
yeah, but they gave me new ones. I got finally the implants, and I finally got new teeth. So
Oh, well, wonderful.
I'm able to eat on that side of the mouth again after
Oh,
a year.
good.
Wonderful.
Wow.
So,
Congratulations. That
Yeah.
feels good. I know the feeling.
yeah.
And
Believe
not
me, I do
losing
too.
the teeth, not swallowing, but not having the teeth and trying to go the other side.
Right.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Well, this is not exactly a miracle, but I've been noticing, I know a lot of you don't look at the news, and I don't really. I will glance at the stories as they go by on the internet. And if there's one that's a nice story, I'll click it on and read it. But what I have been noticing, I don't know if anyone else has, how many more stories there are, and it seems to be increasing daily, about taking care of the earth, about taking care of each other, about taking care of our bodies. I mean, it's like there's a whole new slant on what people are interested in. And I think it's all part of the movement of what's going on in the world of finding peace and finding peace with each other. And, you know, because used to be you turned it on, was all bad. There was nothing, all politics, all everything. That's all you could find. But there's been a change. And I think that's so promising. I feel like it's you know, it's what do you call it? Not a vindication, but a demonstration that the peace is coming. And it just thrills me to see that. So
Here,
I
the
just
peace is
wanted to
here.
share that.
Thank you, Jean. Every night we make that declaration. And when you're seeing it, like what you are, you're seeing it, you're noticing it show up in the world because it's already here.
Mhm,
And that's what it means when we say that declaration. It's already here.
mhm.
We're just all waking up to it. And I love, Karen, I'd love for you to talk about the 40 days. And Karen's going to be with me tomorrow at 5 o'clock Eastern. We're going to share what's coming up for the 40 days of peace. Karen, would you share something about that?
Well, it's really amazing. If you go to we.net/MLK, you can see the entire calendar. So we have all kinds of, and you can register so you'll get all the notifications for all the different broadcasts that are happening. But it's all dedicated to all of us who are here, that are the legacy of MLK, who are loving his dream into this reality. So I'll be interviewing people tomorrow. Teri will be interviewing me, which I'm so honored and humbled to be on her show. But throughout the month, because we have from the month of January and February, we have that month is dedicated to the 40 days of peace. And then we lead into Harmony Week. So that's in February. So just like what Jean was saying, what we're trying to do is we're trying to really capitalize on these opportunities that are being presented to us. Martin Luther King is a beautiful example of somebody who truly, truly lived his truth and lived the truth and walked the talk and lived in his own essence and really shined his light in the dark places. And still to this day, his legacy lives on. And so what we're doing is we're focusing all of our attention on the people who are still here on the planet that are continuing to live in that message of hope, live in that message of peace, live in that message of kindness. And so it's very exciting. It's a wonderful way for everyone to get involved. Every time that we have a show, we do the 3 I's. We inform, inspire, and we involve. 3 I's that make a we. And that's what it's all about, is we are the answer to what we're looking for in the world. And what Jean just said is a perfect example of everyday people stepping up and saying, enough, I want to focus on these things now. I would like to see more of this in the news. And the news stations have to listen. And then that's what happens. I used to tell this to the kids, that when I went to the schools and I would talk to the children, I would tell them, you have the most incredible power. And it's the most powerful thing that you have. And it's your kindness. And when you share your kindness and you are focused on, going home and sharing with your parents what you learned about kindness, what you learned about how it felt good to be kind. And when you share that, it ripples. And that's what I call the superpower of kindness. And that's how kindness changes everything. And when we see the stories of people being kind to one another, and we hear these stories and they go viral, that's what we're all coming to that consciousness, because there's an influx of light on the planet that has come through the angels, through the ascended masters, through the higher realms. And now what we have here is a raise in our consciousness as a collective. So we had a collective unconscious, and now we're having a more collective consciousness.
Beautiful, Karen. And it reminds me of the message that the angels brought in last night as I was listening and writing what they had to say. And it was so beautiful. And I really am still just struck by their words. And they said, if you want peace, be peaceful. If you want love, be loving. So we can apply that to whatever it is we want to see out in the world. If you want kindness, be kind. So the message last night was just this, just what you just explained. And it's so beautiful that we can hear the angels sharing that with us and teaching us to just be that change that we want. We hear that, that's quoted so much, but when they put it in that way, if you want peace, be peaceful. And I think I just really need to start using that line more and more. That's what they want, is for us to understand, to live by example, to be what we want to see. And then it's going to start showing up more and more, because that's the vibration we go into. When we start becoming what we want the world to look like, then our world's going to look like that. So I'm excited about this time that we're going to be focusing on peace. And so excited to have you with me tomorrow, Karen. And we encourage people to find that at 5:00 Eastern time. We'll be all over the place. We'll be at Enlightened World Network. We'll be on Angel Speakers. We'll be on YouTube and on Twitter. So you can find us at 5:00 Eastern and just listen to the beautiful Karen Palmer just sharing from her heart and what she's doing as part of We the World and bringing more uplifting energy into the world. We have a miracle from Annie. Annie says, my miracle is a home, a warm, hot water bed, and food and breath in my lungs. I love that. And your health. Thank you, Annie, for sharing miracles. They're here. Peace is here. Miracles are here. Let's wake up to them. Let's stop just focusing on what's not right and focus on what is right, and allowing ourselves to go into a higher vibration. As our Marietta says every day, up, up, up to a higher plane. Don't you love that, Christine?
Yes.
Yeah, floating upward.
Yeah, I have a miracle
Yes.
today. I usually go to these farmer fresh market, and when I leave work early enough to stop there, and today I did left, so I went there as usually. It's and it was someone different today when I was checking out that I usually don't see there. And this young girl, it was a young lady. She literally, I saw how she treated the person before me. Got to my turn, and she literally, it's that kind of person. I felt she was so unpleasant to be there. She picked the stuff to run it, and she wouldn't even look at the customer or have had the kind of nothing. She was so mean the way she was doing things, and wow, and I felt that, and when it comes to my turn, she does the same thing, and I've been watching her doing that, and I'm like, am I gonna be able to get a smile from this lady? I'm gonna try. So as she goes with my stuff, I keep saying something to see if she would not interact at all. She just would not even look at me. She would not even look at me, and I'm like, okay, this is not an easy task. I'm not winning this one. And she really determined to be mad at the world and at the customers. Okay. And I continue. I said, but I'm not going to give up. I'm going to continue also to be nice and kind to her. And the more she was, whatever, oh, thank you. She would give me a bag. Thank you so much. And put in my card and continue. And she continued to ignore. At the end, I say, have a wonderful rest of your day. Because she never, and she was already turned back to me, and she turned to know what, and I go, I was just saying, have a wonderful rest of your evening. And finally she smiles and says, oh, thank you. And I was inside like, finally I won.
See, that's a perfect example.
It's so, she's so annoying. I might as well just be nice. She gets out of the door.
But Isabel, that's a perfect example of what the angel said. If you want to see that happiness, if you want to see that peace, be that. And you did. And you didn't waver. You didn't go into her vibration.
And I was aware of it. Like I was being tested, because probably most of the times I would have given in and just decide to do the same, ignore her. But then I said, no. I thought of all of that. I was aware, and I said, no, this is a test. I gotta win her, and I gotta show her that we can be nicer to one another.
Isabel,
when I got that.
I'm so glad you shared that.
Thank
I
you.
was sitting here thinking about a thought that came into my head, and I was kind of afraid to say it, but you doing that made me say it. I got this thought about when we're talking about the miracles, and it came to me, you be a part of someone else's miracle.
Yeah.
You make the miracle for someone else. And that's exactly what you did. And that's what Teri does every day with her vlogs and everything. And Karen, you become an active part of making miracles. So it's not enough just for us to pray for them and accept them when they come, but we have to make them too. And I was afraid to say that thought because it sounded kind of far off, but you giving that example made it so perfect.
Yes.
So thank you so much.
You're very welcome. And it was perfect for tonight. I think it was, for the what you guys doing, the kindness, what Karen was explaining and Teri. So it was like, I gotta tell these because it fits right in. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
You give $5 to a homeless person. That's a miracle to them. Let's make miracles.
Yes, of course. Thank you. Thank you for your wisdom.
Oh, it just came to me. It's not my wisdom. It comes from up there, from the angels. So
thank you.
I would like to read a quote, one of Martin Luther King's quotes. There's one where I think I have two, but I have one right now. It says, "We must concentrate not merely on the negative explosion of war, but the positive affirmation of peace," which is what we're all doing. And that's what Teri and Karen are going to be speaking about. And also just what Isabel did. That was a sign of peace when you did that to her. So that was one of his, it was one of his quotes. And I did this because they did one of these quotes today on television, and it was wonderful because there are so many quotes that he speaks about peace, and he also speaks about love. That love is really the driving force. Love is really the greatest weight. And as we're always told, the greatest of all is love. And if we can practice that and show that, he says, man must evolve for all human conflict a method which rejects revenge, aggression, and retaliation. The foundation of such a method is love. So thank you for allowing me to share.
Thank you.
Beautiful face.
That is beautiful. Thank you. Well, I also have a reading that I would like to share. And I was doing some searching for quotes about peace. And, Martin Luther King has inspired so many to speak out on peace. But this is from, oh my gosh, I don't even know. I don't remember now when it was. I believe it was, I don't know, but it was long time ago. And it's been attributed to several different places. It's a well-known prayer that's said. So as I read it, I want you to just really hear the words of it. Oh God, make me a hollow reed from which the pith of self hath been blown, so that I may become as a clear channel through which thy love may flow to others. I have left behind me impatience and discontent. I will chafe no more at my lot. I commit myself wholly into thy hands, for thou art my guide in the desert, the teacher of my ignorance, the physician of my sickness. I am a soldier in my king's army. I have given up my will to him and my life to dispose of as he may please. I know not what fate thou deignest for me, nor will I inquire or seek to know. The task of the day suffices for me, and all the future is thine. Thou changest weakness to strength, doubt to faith, perplexity to understanding. When I am fit to bear the burden, thou wilt lay it on my shoulders. When I am prepared to take the field, thou wilt assign me a place in the army of light. Now I have no other duty than to equip myself for thy service with eagerness and patience, with hope and gratitude. I bend to the task of the hour, lest when thy call comes, I be found unready. I love that prayer. I had never heard it before, but as I was reading the words of it, I was like, that is so powerful to just say, I surrender. That's really what it's saying. I surrender. And I know that if I surrender, I'm going to be given everything I need for that task that I'm presented with. And I think that is something we can all keep in mind when we think about bringing in more peace in the world. We're not doing it. We're just being. We're being that peace that we want to see. We can't force anybody else, but we can be an example, and we can draw on the strength where our strength comes from, which is God. So that prayer to me is just like what we all need to focus on, is just surrendering and being in the moment with our Creator, with the source of all that is. And I was reading it last night, and I'm going, I want to read that prayer every day. I want to just be in the energy of it every day.
It's beautiful.
Seeing the light
Wow,
behind
it's
the
beautiful.
appearances. No
I'm
matter
sorry,
what,
Karen.
no matter what the person looks like, no matter what the person's saying, it's just seeing the light in them beyond the appearance. I like to just think of it as fear is false everything appearing real. So when we're even just looking and hearing something, and we are going inside of ourselves, just seeing for them, even though they're lost in the dream, even if they are lost in the ego's dream, most people are lost in the ego's dream, and they feel like I've always said that it's either a prison or a playground. And we get to choose in every moment whether it's a prison or a playground. And when we see others who actually see it as a prison, we can hold the space for them to see it as a playground and not worry about what the outcome is or how they respond or what their feedback is. That's one of the things is just understanding that every person is doing the best that they know how with the awareness and the consciousness that they have. And we as love and light, which we are, can be a mirror to that person. If that person is, struggling, we can just hold the space for them.
Yes.
No matter what.
No matter what. I love that.
A book has 2 pairs on peace, but I'll save them for tomorrow since we did a lot tonight on. Okay.
Okay.
You want to share just a couple lines?
No, I'll save one for tomorrow and one for the next day. We did a lot of, everybody was, it's fine.
Sharing tonight. I love that. I love that we all just really felt into the energy of the night, and kicking off, Martin Luther King, the 40 days of peace. Today is the celebration of his birthday and what he brought to us in the world. And I'm so excited about the fact that we can focus not on the tragedy of losing him, but on his legacy that he left behind. And we can all continue that legacy. And that's what we're doing. We're all speaking up for peace and really being what we want to see out there in the world.
And a lot of people quote him and don't follow the practice. And we're following the practice. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them want to grab onto his coattails and don't teach what they preach.
We've got to walk the walk and walk the talk.
Exactly.
I read another quote by him. He said that if a man, meaning general, man or a woman, hasn't found something that they're willing to die for, they're not worthy of life. And I think that has meaning here because we want peace, and we want it so bad that we're willing to make an effort to do something to bring peace into the world. And most people need to have something that means that much to them. I don't think he was being ugly. At first, it kind of scared me. I said, Martin Luther King said that? But then I got to thinking about it and I realized what he was really, really saying. And he certainly was willing to die for his belief, his thing that he thought was worthy to die for. So, yeah.
That passion that we find, that's our purpose. When we find that passion,
yeah,
and we follow it, then we're on our divine path, our divine plan for being here. So I understand what he's saying. Yeah, find your purpose and then live it.
that's exactly what he was trying to say. And if you have no purpose, why are you alive? You know, why?
Well, he believed in eternal life, so he wasn't afraid of death because he believed in eternal life. And he's a perfect example of what eternal life is, because look at us all celebrating him all these years later. That's his legacy. That's what eternal love and eternal life is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I love that we're calling it manifesting the dream, Karen.
Absolutely.
That's these 40 days. It's manifesting the dream. And that dream that he had. And so it's just, I think, a call of action to all of us. What's the dream that's inside of us? You know, what do you want to see? And then start becoming that, start being that. I love this discussion tonight. This has been awesome. Thank you all. Thank you for participating. Thank you to our audience who is still with us and stuck in there. And thank you for chanting with us. And thank you for being here and sharing of yourselves.
I just want to share one more quote from him before we go. I have decided to stick to love. Hate is too great a burden to bear.
Wow.
Beautiful. What a great ending.
Awesome.
Yes.
So I'm going to call on our tech person to start to get ready to take us off the air.
Say
And we're going
namaste first.
Say our goodbyes. And
Everybody, we love you and we're so happy you were here. And come back tomorrow. That's the important thing. So everyone, we leave you.
Namaste, y'all.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.